going to be in my little...
Welcome back. So, today's the day you're going to see if all this hard work has come to... What's the word?
Fruition.
Is that... I don't know what that even means.
I'm going to go with that word. Will it run? Does it work?
Will it tap? Will it knock? Will it drive?
So I'm getting that, filming with loads of confidence, saying, yeah, you got to wait for it to warm up and then it will knock on that. And I was like, oh, nice one, mate. I already had anxiety from being drunk the night before.
So yeah, we're putting the rest of the bits on the engine. We're going to get some, because we took the oil back out.
We're going to use that old oil because oil's expensive, isn't it?
And then
price of oil, then I'm going to do a proper service, but I'm not going to buy more oil and spending nearly 70 quid on oil just to scrap.
What you say? Are you getting cracking?
What the?
They're getting cracking.
What?
Water for you, water for the car.
That's what we're getting on to now because we're at that stage. See if she holds any water.
There's been a lot of effing and jeffing, on and offing.
One for me, one for the Polo. One goal.
What is that shit?
Sweet finger.
Don't want.
The fuck is...
Where have you got that?
On the edge of the bloody tap?
Someone pooed on the edge of the tap.
Yeah, I seen a cow on it earlier. It was rubbing up with it. I thought it was B-Day, mate, sorry.
What is a B-Day?
It's like a little sink here.
Yeah, but it's not a tap that you sit on, is it? You fucking tit.
Did we charge your supercharger, Dave? Did you charge your supercharger?
Smashed his door off.
You going for it, Dave?
Going to drive.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on, Dave. Something slight. Hold on, hold on. Stop.
You're not bothered about starting the engine.
I don't like to fucking stop it.
So it doesn't run, and you've ripped the seal out, yeah. It ran in the other car, and now it doesn't run in this car. Is it in neutral, Dave?
You got your foot on the clutch?
You got your foot on the brake?
You got your thumb up a car's ass.
Have we pulled these spots names on properly? All the earth?
Oops.
There was a big earth on their side, weren't there?
Yeah, and you haven't put it on.
I haven't put it on.
There's your first problem.
See how Dave sorted that straight away?
Yeah, I'm fucking
Stage 3 mechanic now.
Tell you what, mate. I should be somewhere. I should.
Yeah, you should.
Where should he be, Stoke? Go on, carry on your sentence.
Go on, Stoke. Where should he be?
In that engine bay, putting the earth on.
Yeah. Stokes went and got his £1,000 Autel computer. I looked at the car. I know. Why you still got a car turned on?
I like to keep it high.
Keep it warm.
I got an electric shock off that one, and it won't even turn on.
He's just charging the supercharger, that's all. Famous last words then, weren't they?
Take two.
This should work now.
This should work now.
Shall we try A or B?
Quiet as a mouse.
Oh, that big puff of brown smoke.
Hey!
Get it up to temp then, boy.
Couldn't even change a wheel before I started this channel, mate.
Sounds really smooth.
Not just saying they are. It's direct injection, so they are quite noisy. Makes you feel better.
This will all be because of before.
Well, and it's had everything unplugged.
Smooth starter.
On the turn, apparently.
Yeah.
Good back to park.
Oh, I think because the drive shafts will be spinning.
Yeah. So it works.
It's like putting it
it's engaged though.
Yeah, it's like putting it into park whilst you're still driving.
And you've got no wheels for it.
Yeah. Well, just put it in drive, yeah, and will it pull away? And will it let you accelerate? Oh. Is it just revving and that? Yeah, okay. Don't put it into park yet. Right, put it into neutral. Right, and then put it to park. So your gearbox is all working then.
So should I just get that front cover then?
Yeah, just get that front cover.
Just fucking liquid mount.
explain why you're smacking the life out of it.
I hit a pothole, cracked my rim up that big, look, and now I need to get it so it'll at least hold air. Because it's got a flat spot now, it's not sealing the tyre properly, and I'm losing. And it don't help that we cracked it to try shift. So just crack it now, get it re-welded.
Bend it back, what you're saying, then re-weld it. Just for, until he gets a new wheel.
Yeah, because then I'm going to buy a new wheel and claim it off council. I don't agree with this idea.
Before we put it to good use.
New shunting vehicle.
Yeah. She's little, manoeuvrable, and I've got a little idea, so I think we can pull this right into that unit. I can just pull this underneath the Polo.
Put clutch in that now.
Full of house now, this room.
You're going to finish wrapping?
I've got to get a door, haven't I?
It's taking time.
Get us a beer, come on. Quids on.
We need up to another 100 then,
We keep saying this. We're not.
Stagnated a bit.
Oh, stagnated. We've got parched fronts, haven't we? Parched mouths.
Dave's been flirting on TikTok to get us some beers.
Listen, you're meant to be our supporters, right? Yeah. And I'm having to sell my body on TikTok for beers.
What do we have here? She's great, look at her. New shop truck.
Replace the caddy.
Mate, that's better than my Ranger.
Better on fuel.
Better on the environment. Look at that set of 4 17-inch alloys, isn't it, Dave?
17s all day.
So, as you've seen, Polo's up and running. So, got the bits to get this hopefully up and running. So we've got a new Walbro pump.
Why's he got a diesel?
Oh, it says also. in-tank electrical. That. You know what, Dave?
It's too wank.
Diesel. Out of tank, I don't know.
But it ain't any of them things, is it?
No, we're gonna take this tank back off again. And then we'll get the wheel off because of all the filler neck and all that. So, I'm going to get into this. Dave's going to crack on with that, so hopefully we can go for a little drive in it. And Jack's going to get TikToking. Tank's down.
Come off quite nicely this time.
It did actually, didn't it? How are the cables looking?
On first look, they look fine, to be honest. The thing is, it hasn't been full enough or driven enough for it even to have got. Do you know what I mean?
Fuel all the way up there. But I was just worried that something had disconnected.
But if we connected 12 volt to this now, would you hear it prime?
Yeah,
Technically.
yeah, you just run it. It's just a normal pump, isn't it? Yeah, I'll take it up on the bench. We'll have a look. And that's chucking fuel, so that's working. But we did this. We did do this in the
Yeah, we
car.
did. We did.
We put 12 volts to this in the car, and we did not hear the fuel pump make a noise. So we've either getting it down, we've knocked it, and then it's suddenly working again because we've got it out. So hopefully this is the problem. But what we're going to do, change my gloves first, and then we're going to change the pump.
Right, nice. What brand is it again?
Walbro.
Walbro. It's going to work well, bro.
Stokes likes to pay 3 times before he gets it right. We get a universal one-off Wish, then he moves to Amazon, and then we finally find a decent one.
GT4 play, 600 quid though.
There you go.
Yeah, let's get this on, check it works, chuck it back in, get the tank up, turn the key, and she probably
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the other pump worked, which doesn't. I'm hoping, like Stokes said, it was just like maybe knocking it, put it back into action again.
I've knocked a few fuel pumps in the time and they're fired back up.
Yeah,
but
so hopefully it is that and it's not something else.
Yeah.
But at least we can rule out the fuel
Stop
pump.
it,
Oh, God. He's on one tonight.
Dave's busy over here,
do my own thing.
doing his own things. Dave's going to get on the immobiliser and we're going to hang around here to see if we can hear a fuel pump prime. So, it was.
Who said it's a fuel pump?
It's the fuel pump.
You're worth your weight in gold, ain't you, Dave?
Who said it was the earth on the Polo?
Level 3 now, isn't he? So
I think he's a master tech. But as you can hear in the background, and you can see the steering lock, we've still got to sort
your steering rack and
He's just started it up.
But I'm not fucking hammering it, I'm just giving it a little rev to get some pressure on
level
the fuel.
3 Dave.
I'm not going wham bam 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 bam, wham bam 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 bam, wham bam 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 bam.
what are you doing?
I'm surprised you don't text me in the morning and go, don't put your boxes on like that. Do it my way. She's on the deck, as you can see. She's on the old wheels because I've chucked the new wheels today. And they're coming back. That's a little surprise for you. Yes, I know, it still looks like somebody's backed a lorry into it, but I'm just going to give it a little test drive and that, and then...
But on this, we might be ringing Jack up to come and pick it up because we've got boost pipe with splits in and...
Oh, that's probably what it is. Is that why an EPC light might be on?
No.
Okay.
And then we've got an alloy, half it's missing, so...
That's on the back.
Dave has fitted the engine, so so we're all good on that then, aren't we? This one, ooh, that ain't good, mate.
Yeah, that
That don't work, does it?
I don't know what's going on there.
So I get out of the car, we haven't made it far, have we? See what you're saying, it goes into gear and it makes a clunk. And it won't pull away. Put it in gear. Is that in gear? And it won't drive anywhere. And what's it doing, revving and coming back down? It's the fluid.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any fluid in, so I'm going to get the front face of the thing, but...
I think we was taking a bit of a gamble.
Yeah,
there.
we was. We was hoping a bit. I'll get a battery. We'll get the front cover on.
I've seen someone else on YouTube that had the same problem.
Yeah.
They had a cracked front panel, leaked the fluid. You put it in gear, it's clunky, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
rev.
It's like a fail safe.
But that needs doing anyway, regardless. So we'll get that done. Jack's working wonders over here.
Are you ready to take this out for a drive?
Well, we are. We just got
in the rain though.
In the rain, we can't go out. Basically, this car is no good in England.
Been busy, haven't you, Stoke?
I have, mate. I've been spending about 2 hours looking at a power steering pump, trying to figure out how the hell you get it out of there. It was racking my brains because obviously this pump's leaking, and I thought I'm going to have another attempt. I thought that clip on that pipe there didn't seem right, so I moved it a bit. Checked it all again, ran it up, weren't leaking, but still making that noise, you know that noise if you've got air in the system. So I was checking it all, then I turned it off, checked it again, and the pump was wet. So then it was leaking out of that pipe there, what you can see disconnected is like a 12mm bolt that bolts that in. And then there's this little rubber O-ring, I don't know if you can see that. That little rubber O-ring that sits on that. So what we're going to do now, because obviously it's getting past this O-ring, and that would explain when it's running it doesn't leak because it sucks air in, so that makes the noisy pump, and then when you turn it off it just leaks oil out. So we're going to nip to Euro and get a box of O-rings, fit that, and then hopefully, I know how I say this, fingers crossed, it fixes it, because I think to get that pump out is going to be...
Nightmare.
I mean, not just swearing, I think there's going to be...
Fighting.
I think you try and bury yourself 6 foot under.
There's one other little thing, I can't remember if you mentioned this before.
Yeah, we did. We was having this engine oil leak.
Yeah.
And we took that subframe off and we cleaned all the sump off and we couldn't see it, but we've looked again and it's wet just at the back of the sump here. So what we're going to do first is try and fix this power steering, and then once, hopefully if we fix that, whip all this back off, we're going to whip this sump off, reseal it and go from there again.
You gonna whip anything else already?
Probably just whip the engine out and
yeah,
rebuild it again. And then hopefully that's that sorted, up and running, and we can get the paintwork done.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because we couldn't get it to the paint work because it didn't run. Come on, let's go Euro, get these bits.
Stretch.
What?
Stretch Armstrong. What are you doing?
Yeah. So, come over here, Jack. That's our original one. And then we've got a new one here. I know I'm showing you on a black table, so it don't really work. But yeah, it looks exactly the same size, but that looks a bit fatter. I whacked it on, whacked a bit of grease around the seal, and now I've got to somehow try and push it in.
And pray for a miracle.
And pray for him, and hold the phone and pray for a miracle.
After an awkward 5 minutes, got it on, didn't you?
Yeah, it was awkward, wasn't it, Jack? But that's, to be fair, the bit where it's leaking is the only kind of accessible part to that pump. If it's anything else on that pump, you can't get to it, can you?
Drop the engine again.
I even thought about, even if you've got the engine mount out, like you can't get down the back, the engine's tilted so far back.
It's good enough to drink, that does.
I think we'll know, because it won't make that stupid noise, but it's obviously going to make a noise.
Until it's all back through or whatever.
Well, because it's obviously got air in it now, hasn't it? If I go left to right with the engine off. I've got too much in. Not making a noise.
We think the power steering's all sorted. So
yeah, it's sounding good, looking good, because no leaks at the minute. But we're just draining the engine fluid, aren't we, Jack?
yeah, we took all the bits of the lower subframe off.
Again.
We're gonna have to take the oil pan off, reseal it, redo it.
And hopefully that sorts the oil leak. It looks like it's coming from that area, and perhaps I just missed a slight bit on. That's what I'm hoping.
On the gasket,
anyway.
yeah. And then the only other thing, exhaust gasket.
Yeah.
And then some paint, and then drive it, then everything goes to pot then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're better off not driving it and just putting it in a museum.
You know what it is?
I think so. Yeah.
It still leak oil and water. And we're not leaking water though, are we? Don't think so.
No, not anymore. One leak at a time, mate.
That's it. Getting there, won't we? We'll be on the phone to Clive soon, won't we?
Clive, you're watching. You're ready to drive it. We've got to try driving it first, though.
Yeah. We've got to get it four-wheel aligned as well, and new tyres. So there's still some bits. Yeah. Sump's off. Weren't too bad, was it, Jack?
No,
we had to drop this exhaust. Luckily, I must have had this off before, so it come off pretty easy. But we think we're going to fix this by resealing it, because when I've rebonded the sump round with the sealant, where it goes along this edge where the gearbox is, that sealant there looks to me, it hasn't crushed. Like I've run that round like that, then put it on, and where it fits against this aluminium bit there on the bottom end, I think it was just sitting there and it wasn't fully sealed. So then the oil was running out of here, and that's where we was getting that oil leak there. So all the way around here, look, it's flat, and then that's just raised.
Yeah.
So I need to come a bit, I think what I need to do is run around like I did before, but get my finger and just make sure it's fully covered. We'll see anyway, won't we?
Put some extra on this time, please. Semi back together, sump's on, exhaust is on.
Yeah.
We're going to wait for all the sealant to go off. Then we're going to fill it back with oil, run it up to temperature.
Yeah, we're going to leave the subframe. Have you said you're going to leave the
Yeah,
subframe?
we're going to leave the subframe off for now. Make sure there's no leaks tomorrow. It is Friday. It is 20 to 5.
3 o'clock.
I think we've earned a beer.
Let's have a beer now.
Oh yeah, good shout. Buy us a beer, get a quid on a car.
That's it.
Get us 200 more quid and we'll do 100 more sticks.
Because we've got big things coming for that smart car, haven't we, mate?
Yeah. We keep seeing them now and taking inspiration, don't we?
Yeah. Right, let's get to the pub and we're back in 2.
See you in the morning.
Oil's in. Let's fire it up and check for leaks. She'll be all good, won't she, Jack?
I think we've fixed it.
Hopefully. We've got positive vibes, haven't we?
The only negative is it's been raining.
Yes.
We can't really.
Oh no, has it been raining? It hasn't been raining, has it? Because this is the car what you can't go out in the rain, and we want to go out in it, but it always rains. We need to move country really, don't we?
Yeah, let's move country. We are going to take it out at some point, actually use it once it dries up properly. For now, Stokes is just giving the...
Because I was going to paint this, but it's aluminium, originally.
It's the intercooler cover.
Yeah, so it's aluminium, and then that's black, and then it had a nice sticker here. It's showing its age, isn't it, Jack? So it was a bit crusty. I've just got this Autosol,
yeah.
and I'm just giving it a clean. I'm going to mask it off, paint that. I'm not going to mess about this sticker because it's like a 2D.
It's like a 3D sticker.
3D sticker, so it's layered, and that's all in. If I mess about that, I'll probably make it look worse. I'm going to put probably a bit of polish on it, you know, tidy it up, and this just it gets rid of that horrible old black intercooler, doesn't it? It just tidies it up.
It looks smart when it's done.
Yeah,
Smarter,
yeah. So we're getting there with it, but yeah, it's just a bit of trial and error with that, isn't it? We just got to run it, drive it, and just keep checking.
Keep checking it, yeah. We're on the right path, though, aren't we?
The niggly bits get you down, but they're just little things, aren't they? You never guess what. We come in for a quick check over after you've just seen us driving this round. Pulled in for fuel gauge is not registering and the fuel light was on, which I didn't notice before. So we've pulled it in, popped to the garage, filled a jerry can up, put the fuel in, ignition on, fuel light went out, so obviously that's doing something. Started it, running, cut out. Don't run now. It seems to be the fuel pump is not working again, and we've just put 12 volts to it, nothing. But this is making me think now, that other pump, remember we had it on the bench and we put 12 volts and it worked. So we're thinking now, is it possible in the cabling from where it goes from the boot floor down to the pump, is there a problem there? And the other thing I said to Jack is, on the negative, there's like a little black box, what isn't wired, it's directly wired off. It isn't wired through it, is it, Jack?
No.
It's off it. Is that some kind of safety thing? If something goes wrong with the pump, it like grounds it out, so it doesn't cause a fire or a spark in the fuel tank. But we're gonna have to set the tank back off.
Yeah, unless someone can think of
We've
something.
physically got the boost back, put 12 volts.
But the problem is, us taking the tank off, it only, yeah, like you said, if you put 12 volts directly into the top of the fuel pump and it runs again,
Yeah.
there could be a problem between the fuel pump. Literally about
That much
20,
wiring.
yeah, 20
like
centimetres of
literally.
cable,
But I
which
can't
seems
see-
very
yeah.
unlikely to me.
This car, you've seen it, we moved it around all in here, we've just been out in it for a good 10-15 minutes, didn't miss a beat, ran absolutely perfect, pulled in, turned it off, went and got some fuel, come back, started it back up, running, and it just cut, didn't it, Jack?
Yeah. We're having such a good week as well. We really
Yeah.
thought we were getting on top of it again.
So,
Dropping
we've
the
run
ta-
out of time again. Like, we can't get this tank off in this episode and try and sort this, but we kind of wanted to leave it with you guys. Get in the comments if there's something what we're missing on this car. We've put 2 fuel pumps in it now, and the pump we put in it originally, we had it on the bench and it was working, which was really strange.
Yeah, so something's going on, and we need some ideas.
Yeah.
What could it be? Like I say, it seems it's not even powering up if we directly power it.
Yeah, like, we'll
So
show
the-
you. Come to the boot.
So there's definitely a fault with it. But why is it happening? That's what we need to know.
This is obviously, you send a unit for your gauge, and that's obviously your fuel pump. We're literally unplugging this, and we've checked, we're getting 12 volts at the end of this, aren't we, when we put the ignition on? We send 12 volts down there, nothing. No noise to the pump, nothing. We've even tried turning it over just in case the pump's really quiet, but when we've had this running, you can hear the pump.
Yeah.
Like, it's not loud, but you can hear it.
can
Or
hear
when you
prime,
turn the
can't
key
you?
on, you can hear the pump prime. Relays clicking, everything's working, it's sending 12 volts, but it's literally, it's like we were saying, from this wiring into the pump. This is all we're trying to say, what we're trying to rule out is, when we had that other pump on the bench, we unplugged that, and just directly fed 12 volts, didn't we?
Yeah, and it worked.
And it works.
Yeah.
So it seems to be what we're saying in this loom, and
But
there's this little
that
black
did
box.
work for 20 odd minutes while we were just driving it around.
Absolutely
So
so.
God knows what had happened.
The only thing, I did try like launch it and it seemed to bog and then it spluttered a bit and come back in, but apart from that, it's drove absolutely mint. We just thought it was low on fuel because the fuel light was on and that, so we come back, put some fuel in,
Strange.
broke it.
Yeah,
Back
well,
to square one. I think power steering wise and engine oil leak wise, I think we're sorted on that, aren't we, Jack?
well, that's one thing.
Yeah.
2 things, I suppose. I thought we'd be cruising in this now.
And me, but anyway, we've got to push this up there to get it on the ramp. Thing weighs a ton. So, Dave in here, because he's in Germany at the Nürburgring, living up life. So, follow, like, share and subscribe.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Get us a coffee / beer, because
It's all going on fuel pumps now.
it is, mate. It's been a long week.
It's going to be heavy now, that fuel tank is. We just filled it up.
We just literally put, look, and I'm not talking a little jerry can. It's a big boy.
Wow. See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
We might get it
for
running, might not.
Fun and games, mate. And Dave might get his Polo moving because that was a catastrophe in the end. Well, we knew what was going to happen with that,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Okay.
Anyway, peace out.